Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a back to school makeup look for all of my babies that are going back to school this year. I figured I would get this out for you guys this week because I don't know if it's different anywhere else, but here in Vegas, back to school was August 14th and that was like 2 weeks cut short of our summer. Like, hello. But I guess like this year you guys are going to be getting out earlier, like in the middle of May instead of in June. So I mean that's a bonus. I figured I would get this video out for you guys who want some inspiration on kind of what I would wear if I was going back to school this year. This is by no means like a, quick kind of, I'm running late kind of makeup look. This is definitely if you have like some time in the morning, if you want to wake up a little bit earlier and like be presentable a little bit, but this is not going to be like a quick makeup tutorial. I did focus a lot on the skin in this look and just kept the eyes very minimal and just no false lashes, just mascara and curled them. Glossy lips, highlighted cheeks, you know the drill here. So that's pretty much what I stuck to, but of course if you want to rock a smoky eye, bold red lips, whatever you want to do you boo-boo. There's no rules in makeup, and I don't care what anybody says. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to wear makeup if you don't want to, and you can wear a full face of makeup, highlight, contour, cream contour, whatever you want to do. It's all about what makes you comfortable and what makes you happy. So with that being said, this is the look that I came up with, and if you guys would like to see how I got this back to school makeup look, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm taking is my Wet n Wild primer. This is a really nice moisturizing primer, and I'm just going to apply this all over my skin. And then I'm going to go in with a second primer. This is a Pore Eraser by Maybelline, and I'm going to focus this around my nose area and cheeks as well as my chin. For foundation, I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever Stick Foundation as well as my MAC Pro Longwear Foundation. I will list the shade that I am in both of these foundations in the description bar in case you're curious. But this is a really nice combination because the stick foundation is really nice and kind of hydrating, and the Pro Longwear is really long wearing. So these two combined really makes a nice kind of satin finish, and it lasts all day long. So I'm just going to buff that into my skin with a kabuki brush. And then I'm going to go over any problem areas and add a little bit more coverage where is needed, as well as pick up some excess product that's laying on the skin. For concealer, I'm going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I love this concealer because it doesn't crease under my eyes and it's super full coverage, and it's also used as a eyeshadow primer. So I'm just going to blend that out with my damp beauty blender. And then I ended up switching over to the Morphe sponge because my beauty blender is getting a little old. So I'm just blending that out all over, and then I'm going to highlight my nose in between my eyebrows and my chin as well, and then just blend that out with a damp sponge. To set my under eye concealer, I'm using my Matte and Poreless powder by Maybelline. I absolutely love this powder for setting underneath my eyes. It just blurs out any of your pores and just makes it look really airbrushed. And then to set the rest of my face makeup, I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC15 just to, keep my makeup on all day because I will get a little bit oily throughout the day. Now I'm going to bronze my skin. I'm using my favorite Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I didn't want to do any contouring or anything like that in today's video because I just wanted to keep this look a little bit more fresh and kind of everyday appropriate. So I'm just bronzing my skin just to make it look a little bit more alive. For blush, I'm going in with my Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This is a really pretty kind of peachy tone blush. It's just going to give a nice flush to your cheeks. And then to highlight my nose, I'm using the Carly Bible palette, and I'm just using that second eyeshadow shade just to highlight the tip of my nose as well as my Cupid's bow. I just love this palette. I think it's really, really pretty, and the shades are just so blendable. And then I'm using the two bottom highlight shades in the palette, and I'm just going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones and right above my eyebrow. You guys know I cannot skip highlight no matter how simple I'm doing my makeup. Highlight cannot be skipped. And then to be a little bit more extra, I'm going in with a second highlight. This is by Essence, and I'm just focusing this directly on the top of my cheekbone just to give a little bit more of a pop. Now I'm taking my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, and I'm just going to apply this all over my skin just to make sure that my foundation lasts the entire school day. And I'm just going to use my little fan to fan it off. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. This is a really pretty kind of bronze shade, and I'm just applying that with my finger all over my lid. When I tend to do minimal and kind of quick makeup looks, I just use my finger to apply the lid shade. And then I'm going in with the Carly Bible palette once again and just taking any kind of neutral color and applying it into my crease on a big fluffy brush just to give a little bit more definition into the eye look, but again, not too crazy. So now I'm going back in with my bronzer, and I'm just going to apply that into the crease of my eye right over top of that original transition shade we laid down, just to help that shadow blend a little bit easier. And I'm just using the same exact brush just to buff it in my crease. Using that same Physicians Formula butter bronzer and a pencil brush, I'm just going to apply a little bit underneath my lashes just to make my eyes stand out a little bit more and pop throughout the day. I always recommend doing this, especially on natural makeup days. It's just going to make your eyes stand out. And then I'm going back in with that brown shade from the Carly Bible palette and pretty much doing the exact same thing. It's just going to give more definition to your eye look. I'm also going to take the same brown and the same pencil brush and just focus this on my upper lashes. This is really going to give your lashes more definition and kind of make them stand out. And it's a lot easier than doing wing liner, so I always do this when I'm doing easy makeup looks. It just gives a little bit of something up there and it kind of makes it a little bit more smoky. So to highlight my inner corner, I'm taking that same highlight shade that I used to highlight my nose, and I'm just applying this in the inner corner of my eye. This is really, again, going to make your eyes stand out and make you look a little bit more awake throughout the day, so I always recommend doing this on natural makeup days. I'm going to highlight my brow bone with that really pretty kind of natural white shade in the palette, and just apply this with my MAC 242 brush, and then just blend any of the edges with a clean blending brush. So now I'm going to curl my lashes. I feel like doing the whole, fake lashes and all that kind of stuff is just not me, but if that's you, then go for it. It would just make you look even more, glamorous, but I just decided to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. So the first mascara that I'm going in with is my all-time favorite, and it's the Telescopic by L'Oreal. I love the wand on this one, and it really does a good job at separating and lengthening my lashes. So I just apply a thin coat of this all over my lashes, and then I go in with a second mascara, and this is my second favorite, and it's the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. This is really going to give a little bit more volume to your lashes and make them look a little bit more thicker, so I just really love this mascara. For lips, I'm going in with Whirl Lip Liner by MAC. It's a really nice kind of natural nude lip liner, and I'm just applying this all over my lips just to outline them before we go in with lipstick. For lipstick, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Bear Doll lipstick. I love the formula of these lipsticks, and they're super affordable from the drugstore, so I decided to pair it with a nude today. And then for lip gloss, I am going in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. It's just a really nice kind of nude shade as well, and I feel like when you're doing kind of minimal, kind of everyday makeup, a gloss is just going to make you look a little bit more awake and kind of ready for the day and just more feminine and girly, so I decided to pair it with a gloss. Lastly, I go back in with my NYX setting spray one more time just to make sure everything is locked back in place. And after that, this look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look and you got some inspiration on what I would wear if I was going back to school. But have fun this year and meet lots of friends and all that stuff. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!